Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Subaida with metric number H21A201. Today I want to present my case study topic about wellness.
SPA global market that illustrated by figure 1 shows that the trend for spas globally in 2020 is poised to increase the trend in 2024. This is because of the global spa trend which shows SPA global market that illustrated by figure 1 shows that the trend for spas globally in 2020 is poised to increase the trend in 2024. This is because of the global spa trend which shows an additional growth of $25.48 in anticipation of 2020 to 2024. This total has increase of 25.48 has increased the progress in the compound annual growth rate CAGR of 4% of the previous total compound annual growth rate CAGR. Other than that, this trend analysis is also said to be increasing as a result of the market shares of the tourism industry, which has led to a growing health tourism sector. There are various types of health treatments provided by the spa market. For example, facial treatments, body massage treatments, hair treatments, nail treatments, and any other more which are the main drivers of incremental growth. This study related to the trend of the therapeutic spa services has been identified as the main driver driving the economic growth of the spa market over the next few years for the wellness sector. The global spa industry is said to be growing rapidly due to robust vendors analysis designed to help customers improve market positions. Therefore, this report analyzes some well-known spa market vendors, for example, such as Hot Spring Resort and Spa, Ranchola La Puerta, Massage and Franchising, and Lancer. So, trend patterns shows an increase the market growth in spas in 2020 will always decrease compared to the previous year's data trend. This is so because the spread of the COVID-19 epidemic that hit the world in early 2019. The spread of this epidemic has blocked almost all economy's activities, including working the global spa market. Due to the pandemic issues, it's clearly affected a negative impact to the
There are several production factors that drive incremental growth in the spa industry. The production factors involved in the spa industry are labor in the wellness sector, capital of wellness, and the technology and the entrepreneur. First factor of production is labor. Labor working in this field of spa should consist of individuals who are educated and experienced in the wellness industry. This is because of an educated and experienced level has a good impact on the health industry. By this way, it can make customers more confident to make therapy in a spa. In addition, this educated and experienced labor will be also know how to solve patients' problem in health more depth than the uneducated and experienced workers. The amount of labor available to a company can be increased in two ways. One is to increase the total quantity of labor, either by increasing the number of people available to work or by increasing the average number of hours of work per week. The other is to increase the amount of human capital possessed by workers. Next, the factor of production in wellness is a capital, which is where the place for the spa treatment is run. Strategic area and easily visited by many, such as in the city area, in the corner of the hotel building, in the sauna therapy area, and so on. Quiet areas such as near swimming pools, natural rivers, and quiet recreation areas are also ideal areas for spa markets to be held. The presence of spa therapy centers in some areas will also benefit the surrounding industry. This is so because the dumping of the spa industry nowadays is held commercially. Financial capital includes money and other paper assets such as stocks and bonds that represents claims on future payment. These financial assets are not capital, but they can be used directly or indirectly to purchase factors of production or goods and service. Other than that, the factor of production in wellness is the technology and the entrepreneur. The two things that make these factors of production to work. The first is the technology that can be applied to the production of goods and services. In this era of modernizations, the use of machine has played a role in facilitating workers as well as not only relying on human resources alone. The application of this machine also to some extent provides new knowledge to all group of workers. In these fields among the machines that can be used are laptop, food messages, stone heatings, machines, and so on. Last but not least is entrepreneur, which is an individual that play a key role in the market economy. Lead a productions and a manager that manage all of its own market. An entrepreneur is a person who operating within the context of a market economy seeks to earn profit by finding new ways to organize factors of wellness is one of the sectors that contribute to global economic growth, where almost every country runs these wellness sectors as a source of tourism attractions. Therefore, it is not uncommon for Malaysia to belong to a country that provides health service to attract tourists. This can be further demonstrated by the country in the top 10 in the tourism economy in the Asia-Pacific regions. This statement has been stated by Malaysian Association of Tour and Travel Agent MATA President Dato' Tan Kok Leang in 2019. He said that because they expect that the rapid of health sector can contribute more to the economic growth in future for Malaysia. If the demand rate of the health sector in Malaysia increases, the demand of customers for the health sectors also will increase. Then the dumping of therapies will be built and subsequently will produce a skilled younger generation as well as reduce the rate of employees in Malaysia. This achievement also had an impact on the number of investors in Malaysia. This is because of Malaysia is one of the countries that belongs to the list of developing countries in terms of social, economics and political aspects. Among the example of investment provided are stock investments, gold investment, real estate investment, and so on. However, the negative impact that can be derived from the increasing thus the foreign exchange rate to the Malaysian ringgit also caused the dumping of foreign money into Malaysia against local money, causing the price of Malaysian ringgit to become more expensive to abroad. Therefore, export goods from Malaysia to other countries will also decline if the Malaysian ringgit exchange increase. Number of tourists has resulted in the occurrence of foreign exchange rates to the ringgit Malaysia. This adjustment also give a negative impact into some individual because of the taxes increase. This is because of if the health sector becomes widespread in Malaysia, the Malaysian government will take the initiative to take care of the health of the local resident in order to maintain the quality and achievement of the health sector. Next, let's go to the last questions. How the global wellness performance impact Malaysia foreign exchange rate? Foreign exchange rate refers to the price of a country's currency expressed in foreign currency. The price of the foreign exchange rate is determined when there is a balance of demand and supplies of foreign currency in the market. The good impact of Malaysia foreign exchange rate is it can help the economic stability of the country. The setting of the right exchange rate will have a positive effect on the economic growth of a country. This can be evidenced through the 1997 financial crisis and the 2008 US financial crisis. At the time of the financial crisis, many countries had experienced economic downturn, such as high level of unemployment and bankruptcy due to instability and exchange rates. Malaysia is also one of the Asian countries affected by the 1997 Asian financial crisis and the 2008 US financial crisis. Next, exchange rates can also be able to give early warning to investors and the public. Investors will be confident to invest in a country when they see exchange rate stability other than the politics and foreign policy of that country. Third, the exchange rate will also increase the confidence of banking institutions to lend to traders and importers who want to make long-term loan or overdraft. Despite the advantages of foreign exchange, there are also disadvantages in foreign exchange rates that affect Malaysia. The global wellness performance will impact Malaysia by Malaysian export sectors, with the foreign exchange rate for the Malaysian ringgit becoming more expensive to foreign countries. However, the Malaysian ringgit exchange rate will be increased if the export rate decrease. The country income will also decrease because local goods produced and supplied exceed the quantity demand by the international community, and the country has to export and sell goods at cheap prices. Other than that, the impact of a global health on Malaysian foreign exchange has also resulted in the currency exchange rate having a significant impact on the consumer price index (CPI), which measures inflation followed by crude oil prices, expected debt export ratio, and indirect taxes (CTL) per capita. This can be seen when the price of crude oil experienced a significant change between USD 124.97 in March 2012 and $30 per barrel in January 2016, affecting the transport that will account for around 50% of the weighted CPI. This had also resulted in the external debt export ratio, with Malaysia external debt export ratio has increased from 7.7% in 2010 to 11.3% in 2018. In conclusion, it is clearly that global wellness performance impact Malaysia foreign exchange rate not only in a good impact, it is also give a bad impact on the Malaysia foreign exchange rate. Thank you.